Hey, it's Halloween. Can you guess what it is? Yeah? Give you a clue? Would you like to play a game? Jigsaw, innit? Obviously, Jigsaw. Just joking, you dickheads. I have come tonight as Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. Message away with whatever you're dressed up as. And if you're a girl, I'm guessing it's Harley Quinn or a cat. Right, let's crack on then. It's the Halloween edition of Grumpy at 40, where I'm going to analyse my top 5 bugbears with horror movies. Let's have the music.
Oh, that's bloody shit.
No, I've had enough now.
Oh, Grumpy at 40.
Right, what today's Grumpy at 40 is about those tropes in horror movies that are really starting to wind me up. The problem I have with this is that horror is my favourite movie genre, without any question. I particularly like sort of whodunit ones, or ones where there's a mystery where you have to try and work it out. The problem is, even the best horror movies sometimes relies on these tropes, which they let the whole movie down. Now, I'm not going to mention the movies that I thought of when I was writing these top 5 down, because I don't think that's fair, whether that reflects on the thing as a whole. Make your own mind up, okay? And if you disagree, comment, and if you agree, comment. They're not in any order, okay? But number 1 on my list is splitting up. Why are we splitting up in horror movies? And often they split up about 5 minutes after they've said not that they shouldn't split up. No one split up, okay? Except before we put that rule into place, you go to the murderer's shed, you go to the haunted lake, and I'll just stay here with this portal to another dimension. People who live in horror movies live in a world where horror movies don't exist. Now that's surely incorrect. Blair Witch sort of got it right in the fact that they knew that they were making a documentary about something that was going to end up being a film, whereas everybody else's are concerned, it's like, no, what do you mean horror? There's no such thing as horror. This is a bizarre situation we're in. I don't know how to describe it. Horror. You can't even say the word because it doesn't exist in our world. Number 2 biggest problem I have with found footage movies is film everything. VHS is great because it takes you on a journey. The biggest problem is that everybody's filming everything, including the pressing record, including the kind of bits where the camera's looking at feet and stuff. The exposition that happens during those filming everything scenes becomes patronising nonsense. Do you know, if I were making a found footage film, I'd see something evil, turn the camera on and go, point it probably to myself, check this shit out, fuck! And then the thing will happen, won't it, where I drop the camera and that's it. That was it, that'd be it. It'd be a 30-second movie of me just pointing out the evil thing and then shitting myself or dying. 3, you'd think that more of these problems, the horror movie problems, would be in the news. Let's see. Trick or treat is there, sorry. Right, okay, what was we saying? Trick-or-treaters. What were we saying? It was something about the news, wasn't it? That's right, okay. I think the news reporters should be sort of going, hi Alan, hi Kirsty. Yes, the report from the local sheriffs is do not go into the woods whatsoever. There has been death and murder and lots of blood, so please don't go into those woods. And even if those woods were disused and this was the first time it happened, the report could be as simple. Although the crazy things haven't yet happened in the woods, they do look really spooky. You've been advised not to go into the woods, and if you do, perhaps take a bazooka with you. Back to the studio. Number 4, jump scares. Jump scares don't dictate how scary a movie is. Just because you're startled, something happens, so you kind of like go, what the fuck was that? Doesn't mean that that then means that the movie was a scary movie. There are too many movies like this, and I can't stress this enough, that the point of the jump scare is to almost give a climax to the tension and the suspense. There's one that's been done to death. The mirror in the bathroom, when it's open and he gets them pills out and he closes it and there's a reflection of a killer or a ghost in the background, right? But we now are expecting that. Some horror movies close the mirror and there's nothing there. That's sort of like an anti-jump scare. I think that's fairly quite clever. Unless you've got something substantial that bleeds you up and then delivers a jump scare that genuinely scares and genuinely is a jump, then don't bother. Jump scares. Who cares, more like? Am I right? Number 5 is not linked just to horror movies, but it's more common in horror movies, and it's the trailer. The reason it's common in horror movies is because there is only one train. Everything's fine, something's fucking weird, shit's hit the fan, and you can work out where you are on that trailer. Other movies are kind of sometimes get away with it, but essentially a trailer shouldn't be a 2-minute version of the film. Although that is linked to the horror movie in this list, it's definitely a Grumpy at 40 on its own. And in fact, I'm going to get my good friend Neil Carlin to help me on that. So Neil, we'll work on the material for that. And that is the end of today's Grumpy at 40. Now, it's been a bit busy already with the trick-or-treaters, so I'm going to go lock the door and eat all them fucking Skittles to myself. See you tomorrow, November the 1st. Bye-bye!
Oh, well, that's bloody shit.
No, I've had enough now.
Oh, Grumpy at 40.